All right, quick video on how our flatbeds differentiate from other brands. This is going to be a great tool to use in the sales process and a great selling point for customers inside the Flatbed Dealer Program. So there's basically four main value differentiators that our brand offers that other flatbed brands don't. First is going to be customization at a reasonable price. Obviously, when somebody buys an off-the-shelf bed like a CM or a Bradford Built or a Bedrock or any sort of bed like that, what you see is what you get, and you're gonna look like 50,000 other people. There's no customization, there's no change in the design. What is there is what's getting put on. When you buy from us, you basically get customization, but at a similar and reasonable price to an off-the-shelf bed. So if they want a different color, they want custom add-ons that are gonna make their life easier, steps, fenders, crane mounts, lumber racks, any of that sort of thing. The beauty of this model is you have the ability to create whatever the customer wants under the same roof, but still offer it to them at a reasonable price. The reason for that is the whole base unit's very systemized to build, and then the add-ons, we just kind of stack those on top after the base model is built. When you start with a good base design, that gets most of the labor, extra labor out of the way that you would have had if you built the thing custom from the ground up, and then the add-ons are easy to add after that. The second value differentiator is craftsmanship and attention to detail. Any of you have ever looked close at a Bradford Built, CM, any of those sort of beds, you can tell that they clearly don't care about the details and the craftsmanship. They are usually hiring, hungover 19-year-olds that have never welded before. They're giving them 1 hour of training, and then they're throwing them in the shop to weld these things together because that's the cheapest labor they can find, and they're trying to sell these for the cheapest possible price. What we say on the phone with customers is we do care about the details. We take pride in every single unit that we put out there. Everybody that works here is extremely proud of the work that they put out. They don't let anything go out the door that isn't right. And if you go through us, we're gonna take care of you. All the details are gonna be done right. If you go through the other brands, they're probably not going to be. If you're fine with the details not mattering, then they might be a great option for you. The third value aspect is service. You go get an off-the-shelf bed, generally you're buying it from a dealer. The dealer doesn't necessarily care that much because it's not really their brand. They got a whole bunch of other brands they're selling. They mostly just care about closing the sale. The parent company themselves, they're not there selling the beds, so they don't really care. They outsource that to dealers. So it's a very impersonal process. It's just kind of you're a number and we're selling you a product, and that's the end of it. When you work with a small shop such as us, the service is gonna be great. Our communication is good. We're easy to work with. If you wanna change your order while we're working on it, we're totally fine with that, so long as it doesn't completely make us start over. If we need to work with you on install date and that sort of thing. That's the kind of thing that you can offer people, to call them by their first name, you remember them when they call you back. That kind of stuff goes a long ways in terms of the service. So that's number three. The fourth thing is the durability of our builds and also the functional design that is also combined with that. These beds are built and made by people who actually use flatbeds and use them hard. Unlike production beds that pretty much use formed sheet metal for the whole deck, most of the sides are generally just formed sheet metal. On a lot of them, the headache rack is just formed sheet metal, which is a cost-cutting measure, and that's why they're cheap. To contrast that, our beds, all the frames are full tube, headache rack is full tube, outer frame, the sides are full tube. So the actual durability of these is far greater than a production bed. So if somebody's wanting to use it hard, they want a product that actually is built to last, we 100% will win that battle every time. The second thing is these are very functionally designed, but also look extremely stylish. This isn't like a non-functional, ultra custom bed that you can't use for anything besides one purpose. These are very general use flatbeds that work well for a lot of different things. They're functional on the job site. All of the add-ons are designed to not only look good, but also add functionality. The step fender adds a step. The fenders add an incremental place to hook your ratchet straps because of the octagon cutouts. They hide the frame. The tapered tail looks better. It also adds more strength than a flat tail would. Flat rear rub rail that we can add if you still want to load four-wheelers, UTVs, any of that kind of thing. Every single add-on and design factor of this is designed to not only look good, but also be functional. So our beds does a really good job of combining those two things in a way that other flatbed brands can't. So the last thing here is when you're having this conversation with the customer about the differentiators of the brand, some are gonna care more about customization, some customers are gonna care more about the service, some are gonna care more about attention to detail, some are gonna care about everything. So make sure you're reading the room when you're talking to the customer and tailor the conversation to what they actually care about. Because if they don't care about customization, you shouldn't be talking about it. but if they care about attention to detail, you should be talking about that. So just make sure you pay attention to what the customer's telling you, what their needs are, and then tailor your sales process to basically solve those problems. So that kind of covers it. Have a great day.